Hey guys, I'm going to show you what is the problem with shift being a toggle and not being a momentary modifier. You'll have heard some content creators talk about it, including me and the Muslim. And this is a change introduced a couple of patches ago in Age of Empires 4, and I want to show you exactly on a granular level what the problem is. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, left click, box select my villagers. I right click to this location. Now I'm gonna hold shift, I press A once, I left click here, I'm still holding shift, I'm gonna left click here, and then I'm gonna left click here. And what you'll see is that the villagers follow the cue that I've given them. They're gonna do an attack move command to the corner, they're gonna do an attack move command to the top of the town center, and then they're gonna attack move command to the right side. They're following the whole cue that I've given them. Now, in Age of Empires 4 and in most other RTSs, we learn generally that when we have units selected and we do a right mouse button, they will force move command to that location. If I do that now though, all that it will do is it will exit the sword. You see the sword cursor I have? Even though I'm no longer holding shift, I have currently released shift, you can see that A is still highlighted. The next time I press left click, they're going to do an attack move command in that direction instead of selecting something. So if I were to select this scout with a left click, that would not work. Instead, you saw the red cursor. It does an attack move command by the villagers. Likewise, if I do a right mouse button here, it will not work as a force move command because it will see it as a cancellation out of the toggle, even though at this time I'm no longer holding shift key. As you see, when I did a right mouse button, it went back to the normal pointer selector and it did not listen as a command. Many RTS players have muscle memory that they know when they're holding shift, they are queuing up commands. And when they're not holding shift, they are overriding all commands previously given. Attack, 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 attack with shift. Oh wait, I changed my mind. I'm gonna right click back to my town center. Hey, it didn't work. I have to press it twice. This is a problem because it messes with our muscle memory and it is not expected behavior. So there's two problems. One where left click is not a selection command and one where right click is not a move command. Left click, box select, right click, hold shift, keep holding shift, A, left click, now I want to select my scout with a left click, but there was still shift. And I want to try and visualize this because some of you may think, I don't really get the problem, just cancel that menu and click it twice. It is like if you were writing an email and said, "Dear Mr. Johnson, I held shift 3 times during these 3 words. During writing the D, during writing the M, and during writing the J. Here's what would happen if it used the Age of Empires 4 shift command. This is what would happen. Essentially, you're getting one more shift command than you bargained for every time. After all, while releasing shift, it will give one more attack command before reverting back to the original cursor. Word users would also find this annoying, and you wouldn't tell them to just cancel the shift command again. Because there are 2 ways to get out of this. Left click box select my villagers, right click, now hold shift, press A once, left click. If I press A again now while still holding shift, or not holding shift, this part doesn't matter, it removes the sword, and now a left click does predictably select my scout. Same situation if I have multiple attacks happening and I press A again, and it doesn't matter if you're holding shift by now anymore, and now I do a right click back here, they will override all the other commands. So essentially, there's 2 ways to get out of the toggled shift command. It's pressing A again, or it's pressing right mouse button. But that is weird, because normally right mouse button is force move command, and A is an attack command. We shouldn't have to do these cancel methods of leaving menus. when shift works perfectly fine across all other games. Other RTS games in the past, as I'm sure in the future, will be using shift correctly. And Age of Empires 4 was also fine upon release with this mechanic. It wasn't like this. This is a change introduced a while ago, and I hope that this video can help both the community and the devs to understand why the current functionality of shift is undesirable behavior. Thank you.